The following guest of honor, the one which I would like to introduce, is to inaugurate the technical session group number 5, devoted to the topic of the transhumans, pastoralism, and rangeland governance. This is Dr. Ilse Köhler-Rollefson, and he is an author, scientist, activist, and founder of League for Pastoral Peoples and Indigenous Livestock Development, and the co-director of Marwar Camel Culture Festival India, Oberstadt, Germany. This is an incredible honor to have such an outstanding personality with us today. And this is an immense pleasure and a privilege for me to welcome you to give your speech to inaugurate the technical session number 5.
Hello from India and greetings to all. I'm Dr. Ilse Köhler-Rollefson from the League for Pastoral Peoples and Endogenous Livestock Development, a research and advocacy organization in support of small-scale livestock keepers. And I've been asked to introduce the session on transhumans, pastoralism and rangeland governance. I'm delighted that the Grassroots Institute, under the leadership of Dr. Hasrat Arjument, has made this enormous effort in organizing the summer school that provides an opportunity for highlighting the 3 interconnected subjects of transhumans, pastoralism, and rangeland governance. All of them are extremely important for the continued utilization of mountainous areas and for the conservation of biodiversity. So it's absolutely appropriate that the summer school has been organized and that it will contribute a lot to capacity building around the world. Mountain ecosystems and their management are an extremely important topic because mountainous areas harbor much of the world's remaining biodiversity. The reason for that is their topography. In the hilly and mountainous areas, it is not possible to practice industrial agriculture, which then has all these negative effects, including destruction of biodiversity and necessitating application of an array of chemicals that allow monocultures to grow. So in mountainous areas, we've always only had small-scale agriculture which maintains biodiversity. And beyond harboring wild biodiversity, mountains are also vestiges of domestic or agricultural biodiversity. My specialty is livestock biodiversity, and I can say that because of the limited connectivity between different valleys in earlier times, every valley virtually had its own type of livestock and a genetically distinct breed, which we know from the sheep and goat breeds in the Alps. This domestic biodiversity in mountain areas is intimately linked and inseparable from a wealth of indigenous and traditional technical knowledge in sustainable and autonomous resource management. This knowledge and experience is now just as valid as it was before. It may not be regarded as that important because we have that much connectivity now, but it is threatened and we still need it, and we need to actually revive these ancient methods of managing mountain ecosystems in a sustainable way. And pastoralism is an important part of that. So in the session on pastoralism, we will learn how these age-old systems function. Pastoralism is a very comprehensive category which encompasses livestock keepers of any kind that move with their animals to make use of seasonally and unpredictably available vegetation. It's a way of making use and valuing variability, as my friend and colleague Savio Kretli, who's among the distinguished speakers at this summer school, has put it so eloquently. Transhumance is a form of pastoralism that entails movement between fairly fixed locations in the lowlands where the animals graze in the winter and fairly fixed locations in high altitude or mountainous areas in the summer. And we find this system in practically all mountainous areas of the world, including the Himalayas, the Carpathians, the Andes, the Alps, and the Caucasus. Transhumance makes it possible to produce food in highlands and at high altitudes, while at the same time also enhancing biodiversity of plants, insects, birds, and mammals. Because the manure of the livestock actually is a hotbed of activity for insects, which are at the bottom of the food chain and which feed the birds and the mammals and so on. So, and this is missing in many areas. We do not have livestock in the landscape anymore, but in the mountainous areas we still have them. The other benefit of mountain ecosystem is that the food production here takes place in tune with nature. It has to take place in tune with nature rather than against it. And that's also why mountainous systems produce some of the healthiest and tastiest food in the world, whether it is cheeses or pastured meat. And the animals kept in such systems are also happy as they have the opportunity to move, to walk, to select their diets according to their own taste. So mountain ecosystems provide amazing benefits not only to their inhabitants, but also to the rest of the world in form of healthy and specialty food, and also as a refuge from the excesses of the industrial world. Mountain ecosystems, in essence, personify sustainability and wise use of resources. I look forward to the exciting sessions of this summer school and believe that the principles underlying pastoralism, transhumance, and sustainable mountain ecosystems are applicable universally, and that this will have benefits for the people, for planet, and the livestock. So now, I just wish us a successful and memorable journey to the mountains with this exemplary summer school. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you next week in the session on transhumance, pastoralism, and sustainable resources.
Our greatest appreciation for Dr. Köhler-Rollefson to be able to join Summerfield School and give such an enlightening and informative speech.